Hello and welcome back to Coinfrontation. Yesterday, big news for Jasmy broke, and today we want to exactly talk about this and analyze that news a little bit further. But first of all, of course, the disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before you invest in anything. To support you in your research, I will leave the links to the sources that I used to make this video down in the description below as always. So use them for your due diligence. What we'll talk about today is a tweet that Hara yesterday tweeted out somewhere over the day. It is a new partnership with a company called Biomedica Solution. It's a medical company, biotech company, and they will build a system together that is based on their data locker. So what is Biomedica Solution doing? Let's discuss a little bit about that. Of course, I will leave the link to their homepage down in the description, but let's analyze a little bit what they're doing. So their main business seems to be hardware for cell therapies or for biotech applications. They have these closed safety cabinets where you have gloves that you can work in a safe and sterile environment. They have freezers for bacteria culture or cell cultures and different kind of other hardware. This is their main business, selling these hardware products for biotech companies. It seems also that they operate their own laboratories, so that they make their own cell therapy and regenerative medicine. What does that mean? Both cell therapy and regenerative medicine is a field in biotechnology or medicine that focuses on cells, specifically human cells. What they're doing is they try to replace or engineer specific human cells to help the patient with different kind of issues. So for example, one example could be you have 30-degree burn somewhere, you were in a fire, you have 30-degree burns. There is not enough skin on your body to replace that, so you would run into a problem because you cannot really close it anymore. By now, what people can do, they can grow actually skin cells, human skin cells, based on a very, very tiny amount of your own cells, and then basically replace the skin with these artificially grown cells. As one example, they can also engineer T cells to fight different kind of illnesses. This is all very, very interesting and currently very hot field in biotech. I know a little bit about this because on my professional side, I'm also working a little bit in this direction. So we know a little bit about these kind of projects. So this is a very hot field currently in biotech, and this is exactly what Biomedica Solutions is doing and supplying hardware for it. However, lately they have also started to supply software for these purposes, specifically a management software. So what do you need to do to create these cells for humans? It's not just that you can create any cell, right? Traditional medicine is like this. It's a big factory. They produce, paracetamol, aspirin, whatever they produce large amounts of it. They ship it out, and the patient is just consuming these medications. In cell therapy and regenerative medicine, that's a little bit different because cells have to be engineered specific for the customer. So for example, in the case of the skin cells, they have to be taken cells from the patient, have to be shipped to the laboratory. The laboratory have to grow these skin cells and has to ship it back to the patient where it's then applied. So that means there is specific information, like you have like little bottles with the samples of the skin cell, for example, with the code in. So somewhere you have to store like this code belongs to this patient, and when I'm done with growing the cells, I send that back to this specific patient because other skin cells will not work on any other patient. So of course that means that is like mass customization in a sense. So there is a lot of like moving parts and a lot of things that have to be managed, overlooked, stored. and also patient-specific information. There will be information maybe of blood types, of specific genetical traits, of the illness of the patient, of the potential treatment, things like this. So there's patient-specific information stored in these management systems, which is of course the most personal information that somebody can have about somebody. So there is a high level of protection necessary for this data. And this is exactly what Jasmy together with Biomedica Solution is currently working on. So they want to build a management system for these cell therapy laboratories that can include these kind of information sets, but in a secure manner. And for this, of course, they want to harness their data locker. I think it's a very interesting project. For me, there is huge potential because that market is gigantic. It's not just cell therapy. You have a lot of specific therapeutics where there is a lot of information going around of patient. You have, for example, also clinical trials which is very, very similar situation where you have information about the person the medication is tried on in a system which you also need to store properly. So if they can manage to do this, this would be amazing. This would be a huge product. Of course, there's many open questions because this is a highly regulated market. So it will be not just that they can throw out a product and then somebody can use it and buy it. There will be likely certification needed. There will be tests. They have to follow some specific standards. So it's not a simple task. However, if they manage actually to do it, this would be an amazing product, in my opinion, and would actually fill a real market need that is currently existing. So I think overall, again, very, very bearish, very bullish signal for Jasmy. I'm really looking forward to that project and to hear more about the implementation. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful and informative to you. Please leave a comment down below if it was or wasn't. Let's discuss about the project. Also, please leave a like to the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'm really looking forward to also meet you on all of my social media. I'm currently planning also a weekly community call or community talk where we can discuss about different topics on Jasmy, and you, the viewer of this channel, can also leave their opinion, voice their opinion, talk with me, discuss with others. So I want to create a really community discussion speakers corner for the Jasmy community. So let me know if you like this idea, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.